I work here. I'm a member of the union, though. You know, Phil and I go back, what, 30 years? I have now adopted it's my obligation and my role in life, and I know that Phil is familiar with this, to introduce Ted Kennedy. We all have our burdens. And mine is to introduce the senior citizen of Massachusetts. But before he gets up. No, sit down, Kennedy. I'm not ready yet.
I'm sitting in my seat.
It's a big seat, Senator, let me tell you that. You know, let me just pick up on the observations of the guy who made me, my governor, and my friend, Mike Caucus. You know, the day after the re-election of George Bush, there was a front page story in the New York Times. And the quote that really jumped out at me was a statement by Karl Rove. And he said this, he probably stole this from the Dukakis campaign book. But he said, while the Democrats were utilizing phone banks, we had neighbors calling neighbors. And that's why we did lose in 2004. Just think how the world would have changed. Think how many lives would not have been lost, and how America's claim to moral authority would have been reasserted. So Phil, my friend, you're going to be part of what we accomplished, or what you accomplished here in 2006 is only a harbinger of what we are going to do in 2008. We're going to take the country back. You know, Mike Caucus talked about fellowship and friends. I look out here and there are so many of you. And we all have one thing in common, our respect and admiration for Phil Johnston and Beverly and his family, our love for Mike Dukakis and Kitty. We're all part of a very extended family. And sometimes we have differences, but one thing we all share. We have Ted Kennedy as our United States Senator. And let me tell you, my folks, that is something special in American history to have Ted Kennedy as our leader in Washington, because he is respected on both sides of the aisle. He's respected everywhere you go in the world. He makes up for George Bush all over the world. And let me tell you something else. Those peace accords that were concluded in Northern Ireland, it was because of Bill Clinton and Ted Kennedy that happened. So before he gets a big head, all right, senior citizen, come on up here and have your say. Ted Kennedy.